I'm in the middle of nowhere, and this is probably the most isolated hotel in Switzerland. Why would anyone build a hotel here? That's what I want to know. But getting up here is not easy. Since the only road leading up to the hotel is closed in winter time. It's freezing here, but before I jump in the jacuzzi, I'm going to show you how I got here. The adventure begins at an altitude of 600 meters in Innerkirchen, a village with about 1,000 inhabitants, 2 hours from Zurich. Hi, Lucius. In winter, you can only get to the hotel with a guide, and Lucius Gartmann is already waiting for me. Together with 16 other travelers, we drive to Handeck, but not everyone is heading all the way up to the hotel.
So at this point, the road is closed.
Yes.
But at the moment, it looks pretty good.
It would be no problem at the moment, but quite often, like here, we had several times big avalanches that went over the street, like 3 meters high.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
After 20 minutes by bus, we take the cable car through the Alps to Gersteneck, a well-known climbing spot. Then we continue underground through the tunnel to the Grimsel hydroelectric power plant. From there, 2 more kilometers of tunnels await us. And before returning to the daylight, we make a stop. This crystal fissure was discovered in 1974 during the construction of the tunnel. Crazy. Finally, 1 more cable car.
So the weather today is fantastic. It's beautiful.
Beautiful.
But if the weather gets bad, can this route be dangerous?
No, no. If it's very windy, if there is a storm, it's possible that this telepheric cannot start anymore.
Ah, okay. And is there
Then-
any alternative for that?
Yeah, we have to go to an old tunnel down 260 steps.
So we are lucky today. That had
Yes,
good
we are
weather.
lucky.
Then-
We are lucky.
Whoa, whoa. Wow.
At last, we arrive. So after an hour and a half, we made it. We are now at an altitude of 1,980 meters above the sea level. But I'm kind of used to it. My city, Bogota, in Colombia, is 2,600 meters high. So let's see how it goes. I start trekking up the highest point to take in the views. The Grimsel Hospice, now perched above a reservoir, has been an important stop for travelers crossing the Alps on foot since the Middle Ages. But in 1929, it had to give way to the dam walls, and it was subsequently rebuilt on a rock. Markus Meyer has been running the place since 2019.
Warum sollte man dann das Hotel Grimsel Hospice besuchen?
Also im Winter einzigartig, zumindest in der Schweiz, wenn nicht weltweit. Die Anreise alleine schon durch unsere Stollen, die Kraftwerke, die Kristallkluft und dann hier oben das Panorama, Ruhe und Erholung.
Wie ist das für dich, ein Hotel hier mitten in Nirgendwo zu leiten?
Also ein Hotel hier zu leiten ist natürlich sehr spannend. Es ist sehr schön, auch anspruchsvoll, klar. Wir haben Transportwege, die frische Ware, und wir kochen ja ausschließlich mit frischer Ware, die muss täglich hochgekommen, transportiert werden.
Twice a week, the hotel receives deliveries, big and small, depending on the number of guests.
Ja, wir fahren jetzt runter mit Bus und dann mit Bahn. Wir fahren genau wie mit Gästen.
It's time for the comfy part of my trip, being served a 6-course meal for dinner. And just look at those views.
Ich finde es hier wirklich sehr schön. Mitten in den Bergen, die Ruhe, der Schnee, es stimmt alles.
Nur zu empfehlen. Ja, wir kommen sicher auch im Sommer wieder einmal hierher.
And after a long day, here comes my reward, or maybe not. do have to admit, once that you are in here, it's just wonderful. Cheers! The Grimsel Hospice is really remote, but the journey was totally worth it.